And in the batter's box, it's Capelon. A win in their last contest for the Jays. This 3-game series going their way right now. A win here, and they'll have. Oh, and Helton's going to steal. And he is out at third. What a throw. And he has a real shot now to do some real damage.
But Gary, he wants to get a base hit here, but if he puts it in play, he just has to avoid a double play.
This could be their last chance to get into this game. And apparently it's time. Obviously a little struggling going on the mound. You look in the pen, they've got 2 up. He sends this one in the air towards center. 1 away.
A lot of good baseball being played in the American League. Let's take a look at where the Tampa Bay Rays sit in the rankings right now. 3rd in batting average with runners in scoring position. 8th in batting average. And an offense that's in the top 10 in triples. That ability to drive the ball into the gaps is a real asset for a club, but also that speed and aggressiveness to turn them into triples.
Speed pitches in there, and he falls behind 0-2.
He just plain old fooled him right there. He must have been looking for something else. Hit his spot perfectly with that changeup.
Swung and a ground ball to third. You're out at the plate. On to first, safe. Can't get the back end of that one.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
Ream is the batter now. Now he's the possible go-ahead run at the plate.
But Gary, he's going to look for a pitch that he can drive, something up in the zone to try to hit it deep, possibly over the wall.
Oh! Here's the pitch. Hit sharply towards the hole. And they get him at first base. Good hustle by the pitcher to get over there.
Now, great work by the pitcher there. He's normally not called upon to play first base. He does a nice job completing the task and getting the out.
And a frustrated lineup indeed. That's now 7 shutout innings. Guest in the box. He's going to get us started 8th inning. And he starts him out. This one's grounded near third, foul. The pitch. This one swung on and driven hard. That one's taken care of. Now our State Farm leaderboard, the teams with the highest on-base percentage. The Red Sox #1. 2nd, the Twins. In 3rd, the Tigers. The Indians 4th. And for the Blue Jays, they are in 5th.
You're near the top of the league lead in on-base percentage. You have to be a very patient team, but you also have to have a group of people who aren't afraid to swing with 2 strikes. You know, anytime you're hitting with...
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And he gets that one down, his 2nd hit. 2 for 4 today.
It's a real tough pitch to hit right there with that breaking ball. Good late break on it, but he stays with it and punches a single out to the outfield.
It's going to be DeJesus. Singled and scored his last time around. There he goes towards second. Hit that one right back up the middle. And there's one. And there's the second out of double play. Well, how about that? Only needed 4 pitches to set down the guys. Tremendous. And welcome to those of you. You're just tuning in, 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. Ream gets a turn here. Ground swung on, grounded towards the hole. And out #1 as he steps on the base. Bonzer at the plate. Hitless so far, he'll get another shot at it now. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. And he tries to lay off, but it's a called strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Here's a slider that misses, 1-1. The 1-1 on the way. Frozen on the changeup, and it's 1-2 now.
The hitter saw fastball, the pitcher threw changeup. Not a good combination for the hitter.
Swing and a miss, slider, 2 down.
Well, credit the pitcher right there. Good 2-strike pitch, down and away. Not much he could have done with that, even if he had made contact.
Well, a little ways to go here in the season. The American League wild card. How's it look? Well, let's take a look. Brought to you by State Farm. In that first spot, it's the Red Sox. Second place, the Indians. In third place, it's the Yankees. Twins are fourth. It's the White Sox in fifth. And down at the bottom, the Oakland A's.
I've got such a great race right now for the wild card of the American League. And these teams are going to be playing playoff baseball all the way down to game 162, which should set them up nicely for playoff baseball.
First pitch on the way. First pitch is a curveball outside, 1-0.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
Line drive fouled off towards first. Now the 1-1 pitch. Curveball just off the black, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 delivery of fastball, swung on, strike 2.
Well, that's just one of those the pitcher says, here it comes, try to hit it. Fastball hitter, he wanted that pitch. He just didn't quite come up with the swing.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the side's retired. They're held in check yet again, scoreless through 8 innings. Blue Jays still out in front. We'll have this. Callaspo at the plate. He homered back in inning number 2. Here's the first pitch. That's fouled back out of play behind home. Hit on the ground. Doesn't. That's 1 down. And it's Braddock now coming to the plate. Last time up, flew out. Swings. Oh, he got that one high in the air, straight away center field. And goodbye, home run. The production for the Jays goes on. So the lead now stands at 4. A solo home run, pushing them out in front a little further.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
First one to Helton. Here's the pitch. Swing, shoots this one towards the gap, right center. In there, and this is going to be trouble. And it's up against the wall. Helton on his way to third. And he'll stop at third. That's a 3-bagger.
Boy, when he shoots this one toward the wall, you know he's thinking 3 all the way. And with his speed, he makes it there easily. Now, with only one
swing and lined up the middle. And in there, the Blue Jays with a run. He's going to try to stretch it. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
Descent in the box now. And they've not had to struggle here at the plate in this game. They just keep building on this lead. Swing and a hot shot. And that'll get him aboard. They're on a roll. The opportunity for offense is right now.
They're just teeing off right now. 4 straight hits, and clearly this offense is locked in.
Anaga up now. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Shallow left center. And that looks like an RBI and a single. And he's in there.
They just keep adding to the lead right now. That ought to be enough to carry him through the bottom half of the inning, I think.
Guest at the plate. Well, we've seen this club's offense, and I think we're going to see some more. They're running away with it, Steve. And starts him out here. Swung on, hit sharply to first. To second for 1. And 2, a double play. So they strike for Cable has a turn in the box. He's going to lead off the home half of the 9th inning. First pitch to him. Swings a little late that time. Strike 1.
Well, when you swing like that at a changeup, you're very lucky you didn't hit it, or else it'd be an easy out.
Swing and a miss. He's in the hole. 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball towards second. Anaga. And his throw is in time for out number 1. Boulevard is the batter. He had a single in his last time up. Now the first pitch. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field as he retreats back for it and gets the out. Descent in the batter's box, walked in his last plate appearance. And that's a fly ball. That could do it. And it's through. That's a base hit.
Well, you would have to think with the speed that's on first base right now that they'll put him in motion to try to make things happen here in this game.
Hendrick up at the plate. Flew out last time. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0.
That 2-seam fastball is such an effective pitch. 1, because it gets ground ball outs, but 2, it sets up his other pitches.
Lined foul towards third. Slider just off the black that time. 2-1. That's by him for a strike. 2-2 now.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
That one goes foul. Not in time. He is safe and on. Boy, it's a good opening for this Tampa Bay offense.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you're talking about a pitch right in on his hands, up and in the strike zone. He must have been looking for it in there, though, because he put a good swing on it on a tough pitch to hit.
Back up the middle. Kaplan. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
So the honor is ready to be handled out. Our player of the game, a very deserving candidate.
Well, you know what they say, that everyone loves to see the long ball when you come to a game, and he certainly gave the fans what they wanted to see. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do, but when you get Guest settles in. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of how this guy has been mixing up his pitch. Swing and a ball hit well down the right field line into the corner. Goodbye, home run, Blue Jays. That puts them up on the board. They trail by 2 runs, a 3-run shot.
It's all about offense. When you're behind somebody, you got to get things going. That's what Toronto did there. Blue Jays out in front. Now they're going to look to pad the lead.
Hit that one right back up the middle. He's going to try and test him here. I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank right here, so that bullpen's going to get active.
You know, it's still early in the game, though, so I'd be surprised if they make this move this early. They may just get him prepared in case they need to go there.
And pulls into first with a single. He's on with nobody out. And they've decided to make a defensive change. He delivers. Swing and a miss at that fastball. No balls, 2 strikes.
Was a hitter when a guy has a good fastball, you think you have to swing.
Last night, Blue Jays were losers. They'd like to turn it around quickly. Here, game 2 of this series against the White Sox. Anaga will grab a bat and hit here.
With 2 runners on base and a chance for a big inning, they're going to the
swing, hot shot, and the diving stop. He's up. And he's out at first. What an out. All lit up. Here at U.S. Cellular Field on this beautiful night for a game. And Catalanado settles in. Flew out last time. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air to center field. And Helton's there. No problem for him as he gets that out. We're seeing some late September baseball now. Looking at the State Farm standing board. This is how the Central Division. Stands. Tigers in first place. In second place, it's the Indians. Third belongs to the Twins. Swing and a rocket toward short. That's the second out. And Greg settles in. He had a single in his last time up. Pitch on the way. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Well, it looks like a fastball coming out of the pitcher's hands. As soon as you start to swing, all of a sudden it starts running in on your knuckles. Great pitch and a bad swing.
This one's grounded near third. Foul. And that's another foul ball.
Well, anytime you're down 0-2, the bottom line is you want to be able to cover the whole plate. You can't look inside. You can't look outside. You have to just swing and protect in a defensive mode. That's what he did there on that pitch on the outer half of the plate to foul it off and live to see another pitch.
Liner between first and second. Vaults himself way up in the air to pull that one in. Wow. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. Blue Jays still out in front. End of the order, ready to do some work at the plate. Descent in the batter's box. Steve, let's take a look at what we've got from the pitcher.
Gary, take a look at what's been successful today, and it's the fastball generating a ton of ground ball out.
Swinging from the heels, and he missed it. 0-1.
He must not have eaten for a long time because he was hungry for this pitch. Problem was, it's a pretty good slider. You swing that hard at a slider, pretty good chances you're going to come up empty.
And Catalanato tracks that down. These are staffs who make it tough on hitters. Our leaderboard, lowest batting average against, brought to you by State Farm. The White Sox, number 1. The Tigers, second. Third, the Mariners. The Indians, fourth. And at number 5, it's the Angels.
This lineup very tough to hit. The opposition having a tough time centering them on the bat.
And the fans kind of move to the front of their seats when he comes to the plate. Reaches out for that one. He's behind on the count, 0-1. Checks him at first, making sure he stays put, watching that lead. There he goes for second. Swinging a drive, deep left center. One away now. And he'll have to hold at first.
Well, this ball is hit into the left center field gap, and the center fielder has priority over the left fielder. Good job taking charge. He called him off and made the play.
And up, there he goes towards second. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. 2 men have been put away. The runners tagging from first.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. Second in home runs, second in slugging percentage, and they're ranked third in triples. That speed pays huge dividends. Taking that extra base, being on third base instead of second base, is a major difference in scoring runs.
Ball lifted high in the air, deep down the right field line. Goodbye, a 2-run homer. Now a 4-run ball game. They just doubled their lead on that one.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
First one to Helton. Here's the pitch. Swing sends this one on the line to right center. And he'll take an extra base on this one. It's rolling towards the wall. Helton on his way to third. And he'll stop at second base, and it will be a double.
Well, a great piece of work right there to get that double and put himself in scoring position. He got a fastball and took a good rip at it. Nice, short, compact swing.
It's going to be DeJesus. He flew out his last time up. Ball one to begin this at bat, 1-0. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And he's there to retire the side. Well, they had a couple. It's going to be Bergman now. He'll lead off the bottom half of the sixth. Had a home run back in the sixth. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And starts him out here. Ball! Sinker, misses badly, 1-0. Ready with a 1-0. Swinging a drive, deep left center. One away. And that keeps the runners at first and second. Well, a little ways to go here in the season. The American League wild card. How's it look? Well, let's take a look. Brought to you by State Farm. It's the Blue Jays in first. Red Sox in second place. Third place goes to the Indians. In fourth, the Yankees. Fifth, the Twins. And wrapping up the list, it's the White Sox.
I've got such a great race right now.
Helton grounds it. The diving stop, and he's up with it. Throws in time to first. What a play. Great play made. Boy, middle of the infield. You love that kind of help.
Well, he stretched out as far as he could possibly go to be able to make the play. Gold glove effort.
It's going to be to Jesus. He's had one hit 4 times up. The pitch. That swung on, hit on the ground. Cormier throws on to first. Side is retired. They get 2 men in. And it's Cormier batting. Ground out victim last time. Through. Darby gets the call to come in and take the baseball. He'll be relieving for the Blue Jays now. That's at the knees for a called strike.
It's getting late right now. They're down a bunch, so they need a big inning here. They can't wait till the 9th to try to come all the way back. They need to try to do something now.
That swung on and grounded up the middle. In time for the out.
Let's take a chance now to take a look at where the White Sox sit today in the rankings in the American League. First in ERA, 5th in triples, and they find themselves in the top 10 in stolen bases, showing that speed, a major part of their ability to manufacture runs.
Altuve at the plate. He'll be seeking his first hit of the game. Not a lot of luck so far. Starts him off with one at the knees for a strike.
Gary, with 1 out right here, they still have time in this inning to try to generate some runs. They need to score here in this 8th inning and not leave it all to the 9th.
Doesn't get the call on the slider. 1-1.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch, didn't get the strike.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball though. 2-1. Here's the pitch. 2-1 pitch is a slider, taken for a called strike 2. On the ground to second. Anaga on to first. That's out number 2. The staff's issuing the fewest free passes. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Orioles. 2nd, the Rays. The Royals 3rd. 4th, the Mariners. And for the Blue Jays, they are in 5th.
As you can see, they don't like to walk anybody. They like to make the other team try to beat them rather than beating themselves. Throw the ball over the plate and dare them to put it in play.
And here's the first one. Swung on, hit softly towards the hole. Yes, he's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, and touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning. Toronto 6, White Sox 2. Yes, is the batter. He's going to start the 9th inning. Now the first pitch. A shot up the middle. The dive, he's got it. Throw, got him. That is one heck of a play. Diving stop and a nice throw, too.
Well, he showed great range on that one. I didn't think he had any chance to get it, but able to get it and get on his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Tremendous job.
Bullen at the plate now. Struck out swinging last time. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball.
Well, that's some kind of pitch, and you set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We have to remember these middle relievers, they're not used to coming in and throwing over 45 pitches, but that's where he's at right now. You might see his...
He makes contact, line drive. Makes its way through for a single.
Well, anytime you're a hitter and you can get 3 hits in a game, you're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
It's going to be to Jesus. 0 for 4 in this one. Towards center field. And it's going to be Catalanato. And he grabs it in his trap. The runner's tagging from first. And in the batter's box, it's Cavalon. Grounded out his last time through. A runner on first with 2 outs. And he starts him. Well, he's running, taking off for second. And there's Catalanato for out number 3. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced. And then they'll...
It's going to be Bergman now. Now the first batter here in the bottom half of the 9th. We'll see if he can get something going. Make this crowd happy. Hullard is going to come on and pitch now. They've decided it was time to make a change here. And the bottom of the 9th starts with a strike.
I think right now, offensively, you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so you don't need big hits. You don't need home runs. You need base runners.
Here's the pitch. It's fouled off.
Oh!
And it's fouled away.
Well, even though he got ahead in the count here at 1 and 2 very quickly, you know he's in for a battle because this guy will shorten up just to put it in play. The pitcher has to be at the top of his game, even when he's ahead in the count, to get this guy out.
Able to set him down there. Chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
You have to protect with 2 strikes. It doesn't matter what they throw. He gets the curveball there, down and in. You at least have to fight that pitch off.
Dunston gets a shot here. Grounded out last time.
Strike 1! Oh!
That's a foul ball. And he fouls another one off.
But when a pitcher throws a pitch out there 0-2, you're expecting him to get a ground out or a strikeout. But this guy just reaches out, puts it in play, defensive swing to keep this thing going.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout. And a big K. Looking at the WPA numbers, and I think last couple of pitches he faced, it didn't seem like he was ready for that fastball.
Yeah, he got some off-speed pitch the previous pitch, but you should be able to expect to get the bat on that heater, especially with 2 strikes.
Canizares up at the plate. He homered back in inning number 2. The pitch hit on the ground. This could be the end of this ball game. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
Now look at our player of the game. A standout performance deserving of the recognition today.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world beaters today. Couple of hits, and he went big fly. All in all, it adds up to a...
And you don't often get the bats going in the Guest is the batter. Last night, Blue Jays picked up the win. The 3-game series split now at 1-1. A win here. Hit hard on the ground to short. He's up with it. Over to second for one. And they turn the double play. And a great throw right there. Second base, strong arm.
Arm strength critical, turning the double play. It can be a matter of a split second to get the out. Great double play.
It's going to be to Jesus. No hits yet, but he'll get another chance right here. Swung on, contact. This one to Catalinato. And he's there to retire the side. 7 pitches and it's done. Chow has a turn in the box. He'll get a start as we go to the bottom half of the 8th. Key moment and one of the game's best here in the last inning. A chance to be the go-ahead run.
Gary, he can't give up a home run right here. He's got to
up the middle. He's going to try to stretch it.
Well, a good piece of hitting right there. And anytime you get your first hitter of the inning on base, it could set up the potential for a big inning.
It's going to be to Jesus. Well, he digs in here, Steve. A goal. That swung on, hit on the ground. And it's picked up. That's one. And the deuce, a double play. 6-4-3 double play. Nice move at second base.
That's a great double play. Pulling off double plays like that can really shift the momentum of the game.
And it's Braddock now coming to the plate. Ground out victim last time through. Now here's a slow roller to third. Gregg throws on to first. Side is retired. Well, that's one way to keep your pitch count down. They wrap that inning up with 3 pitches. And for those of you catching up with us, hi, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League. He's batting now late in this game, only 1 out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first.
But what an absolutely great job of hitting right there. That pitch down and in, bearing in on him, and he fought it off to get that big base hit.
Anaga at the plate. Oh, takes off for third. Drops down a bunt. He's up with it. In time for the out.
Well, that's some bunt right there. Moving up the base runners. Good execution, Gary.
That puts a couple in position to come across the plate. You talk about getting something done that matters. That's the case right there.
Now they're looking for the big hit.
Yes, batting now. And he's looking to bring in that go-ahead run from third.
Now with 2 outs, the infield can play back, but it's still a dangerous situation with this hitter at the plate.
And very late in the game. Cut on and missed as he was loading up. 0-1. Swings, pops it up. Right side of the infield. And that's the third out. That'll do it. They continue to be white. Davies into the batter's box. He'll get us started here. Top half of this extra inning, and this is where these battles between hitters and pitchers become very intense.
If you talk to both of these managers, Gary, they'd say, I want this pitcher on the mound, and the other would say, I want this hitter at the plate.
He deals. Oh, what a drive. He smashed it, and it's going to be Catalinato as he hauls it in.
Oh, he got a pitch to hit right there, but just a little bit out in front. Sends an easy fly ball to center field for the out.
Moulin at the plate now. He singled his last trip. There's a swing and a smash. 2 away.
Good pitch right there. Got the hitter a little bit out on his front foot. Easy fly ball to center field.
It's going to be to Jesus. We'll get another shot after hitting into that double play last time up. Diaspo at the plate. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter.
Well, in this situation, coming into the game a little bit cold. You're going to do anything you can to get on base. You need base runners.
And he's out at first. What an out. Well, they still can't break the scoreless tie, so it'll again be up to their staff to hold on. Chow is the batter now. This is the big at bat as he will be leading off the bottom half of the 11th. Top half of the inning here in extras, and here's a guy who could put this ball game away.
Now, Gary, this one's big. Whenever a pitcher faces off with one of the most dangerous hitters in the game, the stakes are raised. Let's see how they handle it.
Here's the delivery. And he fouls another one off. Curveball got him one away.
Well, great confidence right there in his stuff. Could have wasted a pitch right there, but he figured, why worry?
That's a great job of finishing off the batter in a hurry. Never got a chance to see much. He popped out his last time. And the decision's been made. Sign goes out walking.
And it's not just respect they're dishing out. It's a bit of strategy, and they're going to go with a reasonable gamble, playing the odds.
It's going to be DeJesus. 0 for 4 in this one. Swing and a hot shot. Got it. It's one. And that's two. A double play. They continue to be whitewashed, so it'll be up to their staff to do the same. Still scoreless in Chicago. Chow at the plate. We'll lead it off here in the bottom half. Top half of this extra inning with a batter who could be the go-ahead and maybe the winning run.
Now this is going to be an all-out war right here, Gary. Both guys going to bring their best stuff.
Fly ball. It goes foul. Here it comes. Good hard sinker. Swung on and missed 0-2.
But the last thing you want to do as a hitter is to swing for the fences on a good sinker. That's what he did, and he came up empty.
Well, they win a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching. Outstanding pitching. Real.
Now it's time to present our player of the game.
Well, you know,
And Steve, that ought to send these folks. Poulin batting now. No hits yet, but he'll get another chance right here. One out with runners at first and second. Glavine with a windup. Here's a swing and a line drive. To second for one. And two. Double play. Safe situation, at least for right now. So we've got the closer up, Steve.
Well, let's see if the offense has anything.
Pick up no runs on two. Two hits and one. Indians 3, Blue Jays 2. He homered back in inning number 2.
They're going to have to give him the green light at first base. He has good speed. They're down by a run. He's got to get in scoring position.
That one hit fly ball. This may be the ball game. And you just saw it, folks. That's going to be the last play of this game.
Hometown fans going absolutely crazy. And what a big win, a must-win, sudden death baseball for the home team. And they get it done and they live to play another day.
And now, what you say? And Steve, that ought to send these folks home.